So, Abilities Africa Foundation actually was born out of a project that we did last year. Myself, as I'm an entrepreneur, and then I've always felt like people came to me like, I'm encouraged by what you do. So I wanted to do a short documentary about myself. But in the process of making a film, I learned that there were more people in my situation, persons with disability, who are into entrepreneurship. So I decided to feature them, some of them, in the film last year. And then it really made an impact and people wanted to see more. And then, so through that, we were encouraged to support that community. And then, so we started the Abilities Africa Foundation to encourage these abilities that are in persons with disability, that is entrepreneurship, and then promote their businesses. And the feedback was great. I mean, some of the people who were featured on the film got more jobs, even jobs from abroad, because it was featured internationally as well, and then that was great. And then there was a massive support from GTV as well. It's been shown on TV, and then I keep getting calls like, oh, I've seen the film on TV, and then it's been so great. So that's when we started Abilities Africa Foundation as a project that will support entrepreneurs with disability, our way of changing the narrative.
Okay, awesome. Yeah. Are you all entrepreneurs?
Yeah.
So let me start with Brian. Charlie, so what do you do?
Yeah, I'm into a lot of things, but currently what I do is I teach persons living with disability to how to drive.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm a professional driver myself, and I wish to teach more of my brothers with the same situation, especially those who have problems with their legs, who can't drive. They don't have anything doing. We have a device that I personally use to drive.
Okay.
And I think it's good to train other disabled people to know how to drive and probably earn something from it. Yeah, currently that is what I do, and I think I've been approached by our CEO here to do the documentary about me, how I'm able to drive without my legs, because everybody knows that when you want to drive, you must have
to operate the clutch and all that
clutches
stuff,
and stuff. But technology actually advancing. So as you can see, I can drive myself. That is what I do currently.
What's people's reactions when they see you driving?
It's mixed, but it's mixed. And you know, in Ghana, the perception about persons living with disabilities is also always like we should beg, but that shouldn't be the case. People discriminate. I got some clients who literally have to get out from the car because they haven't seen something like this before. But I do understand them, because in Ghana, that is how we are being perceived. We can't do anything.
How does it make you feel?
It makes me feel very bad. But you know something, in this world, sometimes you have to overcome some things in a couple of minutes. You don't have to let a thing overwork you more than an hour or something like that. When it happens, that moment, I just forget about it and then continue what I'm good at doing. As I'm talking to you, I've been working with the online hailer apps for the past 3 years. I've say a couple of more than 3,000 customers. Some, the feedback are very encouraging. Some are very discouraging.
You work with the ride-hailing companies?
Yeah.
Okay.
I work with them. The feedbacks sometimes are very encouraging. It makes me know that we can do much. We can do much, and there are a lot of disabled around there who have some ability in them. That is the motive of the NGO here, to bring the ability in them.
What will it take for people to switch their way of thinking?
It takes that would be a personal decision. The motive is already there. That in Ghana, it's like when you have some kind of deformity, they see it. They see
you can't do anything.
It's like a curse or something like that. It makes me feel some way. Sometimes when we are approaching some people, not necessarily coming to ask for money.
Well, they assume that you
are
without even you opening your mouth.
No.
Wow.
So even to offer that help, assuming I'm coming to TV3 like GTV like this morning, I have to ask when I enter the yard. I have to ask. But I was in the car nobody know I have a deformity.
Disability.
So that one they will quickly approach. But if I should be in a wretched wheelchair with crutches, they will see. Yeah.
Is it funny to you sometimes when you think that this person really wants to give me help, me I can even help you? It's funny, right?
It's quite, yeah. It is, yeah, it's true. Me per se does not move me to that extent. When I'm approaching and you are going away, no, I think you have other things to attend to.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I like that. That's interesting. I think positive.
Yeah.
He has other things to do.
So it does
I
not.
like the way. I learned a lot from that. Yeah. Let me bring in Tasha. Tasha, so what's your story?
Well, I am wife to Martinson, and together we started the Abilities Africa Foundation, and so I married a man who has disabilities, and it really opened up my eyes to the society at large. When we first got together, I can only say that it wasn't that big of a deal, because I saw the man first.
Beyond the disability.
Beyond the disability, it was the character, the personality, and he was able to do most things, not everything, but most things, and so it wasn't that big of a deal.
Was it a big of a deal for your family, your friends?
Everybody was a little concerned, but once you meet Martin,
For you, what was their big concern?
I think, I mean,
You were the one who was going to marry him.
yeah.
What was their problem? What was their problem?
Would he the perception that not only Ghanaians, all over the world, they have of people with disabilities, would they be able to? People with disabilities are very much their abilities are not seen at all, so on first meeting there's a bit of hesitation, but once you get to know the person and you see that the person is very able, the only thing that is missing is the use of the legs, then it takes time for certain family members to warm up. But once they got to know Martinson, once they got to know our relationship and how it was, everybody is very accepting.
Are they warm now?
Oh, hot. yeah.
I like that.
Complete support.
And so I mean, we're talking of heat. There's something hot happening today.
Yeah.
Tell me about it, Martinson.
All right.
When Tasha was talking, you were just looking very shy.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So what's the heat that is coming today, Charlie?
Okay. So we are screening a second film this year. So last year, like I mentioned earlier on, we did a documentary film which made an impact, and out of it was born the Abilities Africa Foundation. And so now it's become a part of our project that we feature entrepreneurs with disability every year, and because we saw the impact it made in promoting some of the businesses, in changing certain mindsets, and then so we did another film this year, and we'll be screening, so we'll be showing for the first time at the National Theatre.
What's the film called?
Abilities, Entrepreneurs with Disabilities.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Episode two.
Yeah,
Okay.
part 2.
Without giving away too much of the documentary or the movie, I mean, what should we look forward to?
Well, I think you look forward to people making, like persons with disability or entrepreneurs with disability, making impact in the life of those who are not disabled. Yeah,
Because you're flipping the script.
Yeah. And that is really incredible. I mean, I didn't know what I was going to get making a film as a film director, and so when we did the whole film and I looked at it, I was like, wow, this is the story, like persons with disability making impact in the life of able-bodied individuals, and that is really wonderful to see.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And it's happening tonight at the National Theatre. 6:30 p.m.
6:30 p.m.
Okay, all right. Braila.
Yeah.
So what really surprises you apart from the attitude that people think that, oh, you have to beg because you have a disability, what else really surprises you that you wish could change?
Me personally, to be frank, nothing surprises me anymore.
You've been shocked and
Yeah, nothing surprises
What was your
me.
biggest shock when things used to shock you back then?
My biggest shock. It's when I had the accident. That is all. I don't get moved by the behavior of people around me. So when you ask of my surprise or shocked, I can't identify something that someone does that shocked me, because that is the country we are living. We are not being recognized to be productive in the country. But when someone does something towards me, it does not move me, so I don't get that much shocked. Like someone will say, oh, I am not expecting something of this sort from this kind of person. And the fact is, I don't know you. If you are my, if you are my,
I like it. I don't know you. You don't know me.
Yes.
I like it, man.
If you are my brother or my wife or my mother, that's something that is shocking to me. That would
That will pay you more.
Yeah. No, I don't know you.
Man, I love
My
it.
family, they are very good to me. So when I talk of surprise or shocked, I hardly. I just feel like I've been in the realm of being discriminated all the time when I move around. But as I've already said, it's normal to me.
But Ghana, we are supposed to be very religious. With lots of Christians and Muslims
It's just a book
buzzing around on the place.
I think, personally, I think the religious aspect of Ghana is just a white elephant. We don't actually understand the religion. No.
We're not nice to people.
No. We are hypocrites.
Martin is stroking his beard. You agree, right?
Oh yeah.
We prove to be like we are Christianized, but
We are
the
not.
reality that
It's not there.
it's like you don't understand the principles of the Bible.
The love and
Yeah,
the full of things.
the Bible is full of love.
Yeah.
But it's like we preach it, but we don't practice what we preach.
Apart from the stigma of a person living with disability, what are some of the challenges that entrepreneurs undergo and are able to surmount? What is it?
Yeah. Actually, starting a business in Ghana is not that easy, because you need to register the business, you need to do a lot of things with tax and all that, and a lot of this process takes a lot, especially for persons with disability. The movement up and
The
down.
buildings are not friendly?
Yes.
They're not friendly.
They are not
They're not
friendly.
friendly. And then sometimes some of the challenges that I go through that I find sometimes a bit annoying is you go and then you go with the document. So okay, go and bring this back, and then so now as a person with disability, you have to come back.
So why didn't you tell me that everything at once so that I just do everything at once?
You get it. So sometimes I call, I was like, please, everything I will need, let me know before I come.
Exactly.
And then I was like, oh, we're not sure, we'll get back to you. So
Sure.
yeah, so a lot of these processes in terms of registering businesses, getting certain document.
We thought it was online now. We thought everything was online now.
That's what I thought too, but a lot of them are not. So a lot of them you have to walk there yourself, go up and down, and it takes so long sometimes even to get. So some of these we are hoping that eventually as we move forward as the foundation, we'll have engagement with stakeholders, policymakers, and making some of these things more easily accessible, and then in a way that will encourage entrepreneurs with disability to even do more than we are currently doing. So these are some of our projects that we have in mind. There are lots that we have as our goal, as part of our goal, and one of them as well is the fact that we started by promoting them through the films that we make, but we realized that it shouldn't just end there. So we doing entrepreneurial training, because we noticed that some of them are doing petty businesses, smaller businesses, and there's a lot of advancement in terms of technology and even the way they manage their finance and all of that. We thought we should help them even to get it better and then grow their businesses. So we do entrepreneurial training for them, and hopefully we'll be, as part of the event today, we'll be doing a fundraising. Some of the money goes to support these businesses so they could apply for grants.
All right.
Yeah.
So it's a film and a fundraiser as well.
Yeah, this evening.
What's the target?
The target is, should I say it's in cities or
Let's see, put it in cities. You're not sure of the rate.
I keep saying
Why which is stable? What's stable?
I have to say,
What is it? Is it 10 or 9 or 11? So what's the
Yeah,
time?
so,
Okay. How's
so
the
the
dollar?
most stable, we use the USD.
Okay, USD.
So it is $32,000.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And that will go towards training?
So that will go towards the continued filming. So of course we want to feature the whole country.
Great.
We want to travel throughout the whole country,
Awesome.
feature entrepreneurs with disability. That will go towards the training of these entrepreneurs. That will go towards the grants that they would apply for. And this grant comes with supervision. So we make sure that it's going into the right places, that the things that need to be done.
Okay.
Yeah. And
All right.
as part of it, so like I've already mentioned, the engagement with policymakers, stakeholders in ways to help them. I mean, it is not necessarily our goal in terms of accessibility and other stuff, but when there is an avenue to help, we try and then.
Okay. In terms of policy and everything, I'm going to bring Tasha in. So which ministry will be responsible for making sure that there's a more inclusion as far as people with disabilities is concerned?
And that one I have to turn to Martinson.
Martinson
Yeah.
Martinson is the guru.
Yeah, Martinson
Umbrella.
and
Which
ministry?
Yeah, I think Ministry of Gender and Social Protection
Okay,
is
all right.
supposed to be in charge of that. As you were talking about accessibility, that at that was passed in tools is at 715. Make it clear that by 10 years or 6 to 10 years, every public building must be accessible.
That was like
to
2016. It should have been.
So it should have been done by 2016.
No,
Yeah, it hasn't been done yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. We have a ramp coming here, though.
Yeah,
We saw
as
that.
it was
Yes.
easy.
Yeah, it was easy to come
coming,
here.
yeah,
Big
that
up
is
GTV.
Big up GTV.
Yes. All right.
Yeah.
So buildings need to be more friendly.
Yeah.
Yes, and but one thing that is actually putting a blockage for us taking out those public buildings that are not accessible is the LI that the parliament have to pass it. It's not being done. And touching about the difficulty in disabled entrepreneurs, it's not an easy task. When I want to drive, if I come to you in my wheelchair, would you have given me your car to drive to do a daily sales for you? It would have been difficult, right? Or will you have given it to me, your car?
Well, if you can drive, you can drive. I mean, I'm open.
You're open, right?
Yeah.
So it wasn't easy, but anytime I approach someone or I have a lance, the person, the doubt is there. But
And they don't even ask you to show me that you can do it. Because
No.
I would want you to show me that you can do it.
yes, that should have been
Exactly.
the case. That should have been the case. But we are being looked down already. That we can't do anything. So when we approve the person, but with the help of someone, I'm able to acquire a vehicle. Then I'm using it myself.
Looking after yourself.
Yes. So if not because of that person helping me, I wouldn't be able to drive, show the ability of my disability.
Take care of
That
yourself.
take care of
All right.
myself.
I'll leave the last with Tasha. So what can we look forward to today? Details,
it's going to
quick
be
wrap.
going to be absolutely wonderful. We're going to see the second episode of the movie, and we're going to be doing some fundraising as well. And we really hope that these movies will open up the minds of Ghanaians to see that persons with disabilities, they have abilities sometimes even beyond us.
Indeed.
So
All right.
yeah.
Okay, wishing you all the very best. It's a new movie. You want to check it out today at the National Theatre, 6:30 p.m. Abilities Africa Foundation doing a film, a premiere, and a fundraiser. Be there. My guests have been Tasha Asafua Chamel, Martinson Asafua Chamel, Bra Ella Ameto, and Judah Domino Ama is in the background somewhere, but he's getting the shout outs. Listen, this is GTV Breakfast. Stick around. It's the last Friday of our show, and we've got a few more things up our sleeves just for you. Not these kind of short sleeves. These are longer. Right, stick around, don't go anywhere. This is GTV Breakfast.
Why so serious? No, 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 no. I pray to God for times like this, I swear my papa. I no feel like you like OT, I work so hard. I go wayward for what I need, for women.